Derrick James Engebretson was an 8-year-old boy from Klamath Falls, Oregon, born on July 5, 1990. He had a love for the outdoors, often spending time with his family in the rugged terrain of southern Oregon. Derrick's father, Jim Engebretson, and his grandfather, both familiar with the wilderness, took him on trips, and the boy was comfortable navigating difficult, mountainous landscapes. On December 5, 1998, Derrick, along with his father and grandfather, went on an outing to find a Christmas tree in the Winema National Forest, near Rocky Point, Oregon, about 30 miles south of Klamath Falls. The family was searching in an area known for its snow-covered forests. They realized he was missing around 4 p.m., and that's when they alerted a passing motorist. That motorist drove to a nearby resort to call 911. Law enforcement was contacted, but bad weather made it difficult to launch an immediate search. By the time a search effort was underway, a blizzard had already set in. The search for Derrick became an extensive operation. It included search dogs, helicopters, and ground teams. A few strange things were discovered during the search, including a snow angel in the snow near where Derrick was last seen, and small footprints leading to it. However, the snowplows had destroyed the tracks that would have led authorities further into the forest. Searchers also found a crude shelter made of fir boughs and logs, which raised some questions. However, search dogs were unable to detect Derrick's scent there. Authorities feared that if he had been lost in the wilderness, he might not have survived, given the extreme cold and the rough terrain. Despite the initial flurry of search activity, no trace of Derrick was ever found, and the search was eventually suspended by December 13th. Afterward, his family and hundreds of volunteers continued to search the area independently. However, by mid-December, the search effort slowed down due to dangerous sub-zero temperatures and worsening weather conditions. There were some unsettling reports that arose during the investigation, though they have never led to conclusive answers. One witness reported seeing an unidentified man struggling with a young boy around the time Derrick disappeared, but the witness assumed the man was the boy's father and didn't report it until much later. Another witness claimed to have seen a suspicious vehicle, a two-door Honda, near the forest area that day, with the driver asking passers-by for directions. One of the most puzzling pieces of the case came in September 1999, nearly a year after Derrick went missing. Graffiti was found in a public restroom at the Sagan Rest area, located about 300 miles south of Portland. Authorities noted that the graffiti appeared to reference Derrick's disappearance, though they never released the specific details of what was written. His mother, Lori Engebretson, was notified about the graffiti, and she drove to see it for herself. She was quoted as saying that she thought it was just a sick joke. She expressed frustration, saying that if someone truly had Derrick, they wouldn't have left the graffiti without leaving something of Derrick's behind. The contents of the graffiti, which might have contained a clue, remain a mystery, and no one has ever been identified as the person responsible for it. This mysterious message only added to the sense of unease that surrounded the case. The most notable theory that emerged was the possibility of a kidnapping. Given the strange reports of an unidentified man and the suspicious vehicle, some believe that Derrick may have been abducted. There was also the possibility of a tragic accident, where Derrick may have wandered off and succumbed to the elements. However, there was no concrete evidence to support either theory. In 2008, a breakthrough of sorts occurred when it was revealed that Frank James Milligan, a convicted child rapist from Oregon, was considered a potential suspect. Milligan had been convicted of raping a 10-year-old boy in Dallas, Oregon, and was serving time for that crime. Investigators looked into whether Milligan might have been involved in Derrick's case due to his criminal history, but there was no direct evidence linking him to the disappearance. Milligan has always denied any involvement, and the investigation into him went nowhere. To this day, the whereabouts of Derrick Engebretson remain unknown. His case remains unsolved, despite numerous search efforts, witness reports, and new developments over the years. His family, particularly his mother, has never given up hope that one day they will find answers. They have continued to speak out, hoping that someone, somewhere, might have information that could lead to Derrick's discovery. The case has faded somewhat from the public eye, but it still haunts the people of Oregon, who remember the young boy who vanished without a trace. Derrick's family continues to seek closure, And as of 2024, the mystery of his disappearance remains unsolved.